The metabolic gift of sleep. One of the downsides of consuming a high volume of food before bed is that we miss some of the great metabolic gifts of sleep. As you slumber at night, the body shifts the bulk of its metabolic force to maintenance, detoxification, repair, and growth of its tissues and organs. When you grow new muscle and bone, you do so as you sleep. The liver, which is our primary organ of detoxification, does the bulk of its work in the late evening and early morning hours. Sleep is not the most well publicized of our metabolic activators, nor is it the sexiest, but if this isn't fully honored, we pay the price. By consuming a big meal right before bed, much of the metabolic energy that's spent on maintenance, detoxification, repair, and growth is necessarily rerouted into digestion. That's simply how the body works. Short-term survival needs take precedence over long-term ones, so with an excess of blood flow and metabolism focused on processing your meal as you sleep, you'll most likely wake up feeling congested and heavy because you didn't fully detoxify during the night. The period between dinner and breakfast is evolution's built-in fast. That's because the fasting state is the ideal biological milieu to rebuild the body, and that's also why breakfast is called breakfast. We're ending this necessary period with food in the morning. So if you wake up feeling tired and toxic from eating a large and late dinner because you didn't have real relaxed meals the day before, you'll naturally be repeating this arrhythmic pattern, or naturally repeat this arrhythmic pattern. You won't be hungry in the morning because your body will be in detoxification mode, when instead it should be readying itself for the metabolically stimulating activity of eating. Lunch will then feel to your body like breakfast, and dinner will be interpreted by your body as lunch, time for the biggest meal. Sometime after the dinner that your body thought was lunch, you'll be looking for dinner and end up having late night snacks. Oftentimes you'll hear nutritionists recommend that you eat your evening meal about 4 hours before bedtime. A 4-hour time period is sufficient for most people to metabolize a meal. You will then go to bed without raising your body temperature through the metabolic effect of food, thus increasing your probability of restful sleep. You also do what you were meant to do while lying in bed, which is healing, detoxifying, rebuilding, and so forth, without sidetracking vital metabolic force into digestion. To accomplish this, you may need to retrain your body and reorient your lifestyle. Focus on having a smaller and earlier dinner and having a more robust breakfast. Eating a relaxed, sane, sensuous lunch makes it easier to have a lighter dinner. If you know you're going to have a late dinner, that's simply what your schedule's going to be because there's no way around it. You can still help yourself with this reliable trick. Have a substantial snack sometime before dinner, approximately 2 to 3 hours earlier, and eat less at dinner. This snack will decrease your evening time appetite, and you'll essentially be buying these calories from dinner and expending them earlier, when you'll better use them and burn them anyway. This strategy is also useful if you find yourself coming home from work and feeling ravenous at dinner. By a substantial snack, I mean anything that has some healthy protein or fat, nuts and seeds, trail mix, peanut butter or almond butter with crackers or fruit, yogurt, hummus, guacamole, or bean dip. Because of our work style, many of us ignore food and nourishment while we attend frantically to business, but this always catches up with us. The minute we return home from the office, the brain finally has permission to attend to our meals. But instead of calmly informing us that we neglected to rhythmically feed the body and nourish the soul during our workday, it jumps all over us like a neglected dog and barks out, "I'm hungry." The ravenous sensations we experience can be overwhelming, causing us to overeat. We then feel guilty, and we try to make up for our lack of willpower and control by following a tougher exercise regime. Wow. Can you see how oftentimes our solutions to nutritional problems really have nothing to do with the actual problem? Is it clear how we can punish ourselves for all the wrong reasons when it comes to eating and exercise? By planning a late afternoon snack, then you're making a preemptive strike against ravenous, out of control after work eating. You'll be making a conscious choice to attend to your universal right to nourish yourself, thereby short-circuiting the habit of denying yourself food and then devouring it. You'll also be making a powerful statement that your job doesn't supersede your health.